Alright guys, in this short little clip, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the Carolina Panthers entering the offseason. Alright guys, I'm just going to be giving you a little short video here talking about my thoughts for the Panthers offseason. Eventually, when the season is done, I'm going to be making a video for every single team, not every single team individually, probably clips, but I'm going to make one big video, probably be around an hour long, of what I think every team should do in the offseason and, their goals and expectations. But without further ado, let me just talk about the Panthers real quick. Not the season we wanted, but at the same time, we knew it was going to be a rebuilding season. We knew it wasn't going to be a great season. We knew we weren't going to go to the Super Bowl. A couple bad things. The defense was really bad. Sometimes the offense was bad in certain games, certain situations. I believe we were the defense that allowed the most points in NFL history. But it's all right because defense had a lot of injuries. They didn't have a lot to work with anyway. Not a lot of depth for the starters. Like I said, a lot of injuries, and it was hard for Avero and Canales to really draw things up when you don't have your main players in all season. But meanwhile, for the offense, I'm really happy with the steps they took. Paying the two guards in the free agency really helped Damian Lewis and Robert Hunt, and bringing in Xavier Legette and Jalen Coker. But the main thing is benching Bryce and let him develop and learn. And now he looks like a completely different quarterback that we all, some of us Panthers fans, expected and knew it was going to happen. But it was a fun season to watch still, even though some games weren't competitive. But we had a lot of competitive losses to the Chiefs, the Bucks, the Eagles, all playoff teams. We really could have went like 8-9 if we won a couple close games. But, not record what we wanted. But for the first time in a while, us Panthers fans have a good feeling going into the offseason, knowing we have our foundation. We have our quarterback. We have our head coach. We have our GM. And that's a lot of stability for what we've seen in recent years. I mean, firing coaches midway through the season after 4 games, GM in and out, making bad moves. It seems like now that we have our foundation, we have our quarterback in Bryce Young, we have our head coach in Dave Canales, we have our GM in Dan Morgan, we have some playmakers, J.C. Horn, Derek Brown, hopefully Shaq Thompson comes back. Excuse me. We have Jose Jewell, just to name a few. On the offense, I already said Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Ike Ekwonu, Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, Coker, Legette, Thielen. Thielen won't be in the NFL much longer, but we have our pieces, we have our foundation. Now it's time for us to go build off that. So that being said, like I said, it was a wild ride, but a fun one this season. Didn't get as many wins as we wanted, but a lot of those losses were competitive and close and very winnable. The wins we had were very exciting. 3 of those were in overtime, by the way, against the Cardinals, the Giants, and the Bucks. No, the Saints. Excuse me, the Saints. But like I said, even though we didn't have the greatest record, we were a good bad team. I mean, for all the bad teams, we played better than them. The Giants, the Patriots, the Bears. And like I said, the foundation we built this season was really good. With Bryce Young proving he's our quarterback 1 with his growth. All the challenges Dan Morgan has faced and Dave Canales has faced, his draft class paid off, his Dave Canales development has paid off. Like I said, first time in a while, us Panthers fans go into the offseason with a better feeling that we have our foundation, we have our head coach, we have our quarterback, we have our GM, and future is very bright for this team. And for the first time, like I said in a while, we have our head coach, GM, and quarterback entering the offseason, and now it's time to build off that foundation and bring in some pieces and be a competitive team. Keep pounding.